The victory against a side of such immense stature and quality represents far more than just 3 points on the European stage. It signifies a profound evolution in mentality, tactical flexibility, and collective resilience. This was not a fortunate win snatched from the jaws of a superior opponent, but a performance built on a foundation of strategic preparation and executed with a conviction that announces a team ready to compete at the very apex of the competition. The narrative of facing the so-called best team in Europe was not a burden, but a catalyst, fueling a display of individual brilliance and systemic strength that ultimately proved insurmountable. The manner of this victory, emerging from a tightly contested first half into a second half display of control and purpose, underscores a growing maturity and a belief that this squad can adapt and overcome any challenge presented to them. Central to this performance was the monumental effort required from every individual on the pitch. The opponent, with their vast array of world-class talent and multifaceted attacking threats, presents a puzzle that demands both collective discipline and personal excellence to solve. Each player had to be immense, not just in their primary roles, but in their adaptability to the fluid and intense nature of the contest. Resolving the constant stream of challenges, from their intricate passing patterns in midfield to the direct threats in behind, required a level of concentration and physical commitment that was maintained for the full duration. This was not an accident, but the direct result of the relentless work ethic ingrained in the squad, our understanding that the margins at this level are infinitesimally small, and that every single action, from the first minute to the last, carries monumental weight. The week began with a crucial home victory, and to follow it with another performance of this magnitude speaks volumes about the environment of continuous preparation and the refusal to be satisfied with any single result. This consistent application of quality and energy is what builds the tangible sense of momentum that now surrounds the team in this competition. While it is crucial to remain grounded and acknowledge that the journey has only just begun, the level of performance transmitted on the pitch is impossible to ignore. The synergy between the energy generated by a fervent home support and the intensity transmitted by the players creates a formidable atmosphere, one that elevates the team and can intimidate opponents. The quality on the ball, combined with the ferocious energy without it, forms a potent combination that, if maintained, makes the team a formidable proposition for any side in Europe. The challenge, as always, is the relentless nature of the footballing calendar, where the demand to reproduce these levels of performance every 3 days is the ultimate test of depth and character. Yet it is within this relentless grind that the beauty and the ultimate reward of the sport is found. Beating a team of this caliber, a side riding an extensive unbeaten run, for the first time in nearly a decade, is undeniably a significant moment. It serves as a powerful marker of progress, a concrete piece of evidence that demonstrates the enhanced capacities now present within the squad. This was not a victory achieved at full strength, but one forged in the crucible of an injury crisis, which makes the accomplishment all the more telling. The players who were given the opportunity to start, seizing their moment with both hands, and those who entered from the bench to make a decisive impact were all immense. This is the true hallmark of a serious contender. Not just the quality of the starting 11, but the strength and mindset of the entire group, with everyone connected and ready to contribute at the highest level when called upon. It is this universal buy-in and readiness that transforms a good team into a potentially great one. The luxury of looking towards the bench and seeing game-changing options is a relatively new and potent weapon. The psychological impact is twofold. It energizes the players on the ditch, knowing that fresh elite quality is waiting to support them, and it presents a nightmare for opposing managers who see their own tactical plans potentially unraveled by the introduction of such potent threats. The opponent's bench was equally stocked with talent capable of altering the course of a match, which is precisely why having that same level of arsenal is a non-negotiable requirement at this echelon of football. The improvement has not merely been in the technical quality of these squad players, but more importantly in their mindset. The players coming on are not simply participating, They are entering the fray with a burning desire to make things happen, to positively influence the game and to win. This shift in mentality from substitutes is a subtle but powerful upgrade that is making a tangible difference in tight, high-stakes encounters. This depth is tested further with every injury update, and the situation with a key attacker remains uncertain after he felt something and was withdrawn as a precaution. The true test of any squad is its ability to absorb these blows and continue to perform, a challenge that has been met with remarkable consistency this season. While no team can predict or welcome a cascade of injuries to important players, the resounding positive has been the reaction of the team as a whole. Players have been required to adapt, to play in unfamiliar roles and to shoulder new responsibilities. And they have done so with a willingness and an intelligence that deserves the highest praise. The example of a defender operating in an unorthodox midfield role and performing superbly is a testament to this adaptability. It speaks to a squad filled with players whose primary motivation is a profound willingness to fight for the club, to bring joy to the supporters. And, most simply, to win football matches. This foundational spirit is what must be carried forward. Reflecting on past disappointments, such as a narrow quarter-final exit from a couple of years ago, highlights the journey of growth this team has undertaken. The team is different now, more experienced, more robust, and tactically more versatile. The opponent from that tie has also evolved, and the margins in those knockout rounds are famously thin, often decided by a single moment of fortune or a solitary mistake. The manner of that past defeat was a painful but necessary part of the learning process. The hope is that those lessons have been thoroughly absorbed and have forged a tougher, more streetwise team. The past must remain in the past, but the wisdom gleaned from it must be used as fuel. The ultimate proof of that growth will be demonstrated on the pitch in the challenges that lie ahead, starting with the next formidable opponent in a different competition. The impact of substitutes is not a matter of chance, but of design and instruction. When a forward is introduced into the game, the directive is clear and direct. Get the ball, drive towards the flank, and deliver a dangerous cross into the most perilous area, the space between the goalkeeper and the retreating defenders. It is immensely pleasing when a player executes this plan with such devastating effect. But what is even more encouraging is the attitude and the mindset with which he enters the field. He possesses a palpable determination to make a difference, an inherently positive approach to his play that is infectious. Coming off the bench with that specific, impactful mindset is a huge asset. It is this clarity of instruction and the willingness of the players to execute it with conviction that turns tight games and secures massive victories, building the momentum that every team craves as the season reaches its most critical juncture.